So much.
Big news from the royal family. King Charles has made a shocking announcement that Queen Camilla is officially out of the royal family. She has been stripped of her title and shown the door. Turns out this happened after Princess Anne exposed Queen Camilla in front of the entire royal family. Whatever it was, it must have been something truly unforgivable for King Charles to take such a decisive step. So,
today we dive into an unprecedented royal drama, one that has the British monarchy on edge. It's a story that no one saw coming, but here we are, witnessing the fall of Queen Camilla from grace after a shocking confrontation with Princess Anne. Yes, you heard that right. The very person who once was the Queen Consort, a position of power, has now been stripped of her title and removed from the royal family altogether. But what exactly happened? What went down between Anne and Camilla that led to this shocking moment? Stay with me as we uncover the layers of betrayal, power plays, and how personal rivalries could shake the foundations of the British monarchy. Before we dive into the specifics of this story, I want to remind you all, if you're new to the Sussex's Chronicles family, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like and share this podcast so we can continue to bring you these deep dives into the royal family's most explosive stories. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. It all started with what seemed like a routine event, a royal dinner at King Charles's coronation, an evening filled with pomp, circumstance, and the usual rituals of royal life. But behind the velvet curtains of Buckingham Palace, something significant was unfolding, something that would change the course of royal history. Princess Anne, known for her no-nonsense attitude, is perhaps one of the least predictable members of the royal family. She's direct, unafraid to speak her mind, and she holds a deep sense of loyalty to the monarchy and her family. And when it came to Queen Camilla, Anne wasn't willing to sit silently any longer. Reports claimed that tensions had been simmering between Princess Anne and Camilla for quite some time, largely due to Camilla's handling of royal events. Anne had already expressed frustration with how Camilla had positioned herself as Queen Consort, often sidelining other family members and making her own power play in royal circles. And that evening at the coronation, Anne decided it was time to confront Camilla face to face. What followed was an exchange that shocked everyone. In front of the entire royal family, Anne reportedly exposed Camilla's manipulative tactics and highlighted the growing concerns about her handling of royal duties. It said that Anne went as far as questioning Camilla's authority and undermining her position. For the royal family, such public confrontations are unheard of, making this event a turning point in the family's internal politics. The next day, the palace issued a statement confirming that Queen Camilla had been stripped of her title and removed from her position as Queen Consort. It was an unprecedented move, one that sent shockwaves not only through the royal family but across the world. What could have been so severe to prompt such a drastic action? To understand the magnitude of Camilla's fall from grace, we need to revisit an earlier event, a seemingly minor gesture at a royal gathering. Princess Kate, the future Queen Consort, had opted not to curtsy to Camilla during a royal event. Now, for those unfamiliar with royal etiquette, a curtsy is not just a polite gesture. It's a long-standing tradition and a sign of deference to those of higher rank. For Kate, who is expected to one day take on the role of Queen, not curtsying to Camilla was more than just a breach of tradition. It was a message. Many royal commentators were quick to jump to conclusions. Some suggested that Kate's decision to bypass the curtsy was a personal statement, a sign that the younger generation of royals, led by her and Prince William, were seeking to break free from the outdated customs of the past. After all, it is the 21st century, and the monarchy has long faced pressure to evolve with the times. But there was more to the story than just a symbolic gesture. Insider reports revealed growing tensions between Kate and Camilla. A major sticking point was Camilla's decision to invite a large portion of her own family to a royal event, while sidelining Kate's own family, the Middletons. This move had long-term consequences, leading to an even greater sense of isolation for Kate, who has always been supported by her family in her role as a royal. Kate's lack of curtsy seemed to be an outward reflection of the personal and political strains between her and Camilla. But this wasn't just a family spat, it was a public sign of the fracturing relationships within the monarchy. The royal family, despite its public image of unity, was facing an internal rift that could not be ignored. As tensions continued to build, it became clear that this wasn't just about Kate's curtsy or Camilla's family ties. This was about power. Queen Camilla, who had fought for decades to secure her place as the Queen Consort, found herself battling not only the monarchy's traditions, but also her own family members. Her actions were being scrutinized at every turn, and the cracks in her relationship with other royals were beginning to show. In addition to her strained relationship with Kate, Camilla had clashed with other members of the royal family. Prince William, who had always been a staunch defender of the monarchy's unity, was reportedly uncomfortable with how Camilla had handled certain royal events. His criticisms came to a head during King Charles's coronation, where sources claim William expressed his displeasure with the Queen Consort's handling of royal matters. William, much like Anne, was not one to shy away from voicing his concerns, especially when it came to the monarchy's future. But even with William's frustration, it was Princess Anne who truly exposed the depth of Camilla's influence. Anne's decision to confront Camilla directly at the coronation was seen as a direct challenge to Camilla's authority. And when Anne's frustrations boiled over, the palace was left with no choice but to act. The removal of Queen Camilla from the royal family sent ripples through the monarchy. For years, Camilla had been a controversial figure, but her rise to Queen Consort was seen as a triumph of perseverance. She had endured years of criticism, public scrutiny, and backlash to reach this point. Yet, in a matter of moments, she was stripped of her title and her place within the royal family. For Prince Charles, the decision was no doubt a painful one. His wife's removal came after years of loyalty and political manoeuvring to ensure her place at his side. But in the face of growing discontent within the family, King Charles had no choice but to follow through with what seemed like an impossible decision. His wife, the Queen Consort, had been exposed for the political games she had been playing behind closed doors. But what does this mean for the future of the monarchy? With Camilla's departure, the question of who will fill the void as Queen arises. Will Kate be fast-tracked into the role? Or will another royal family member step forward to take on the role of Queen Consort? As the dust settles on the shocking events that led to Queen Camilla's removal, one royal figure stands out as a key player in this saga, Princess Anne. Known for her no-nonsense attitude and her unwavering commitment to duty, Anne has long been regarded as one of the most dependable and reliable members of the royal family. But in this moment, she has proven herself to be much more than just a dutiful royal. By confronting Camilla and exposing her power plays, Anne has solidified her position as a force to be reckoned with within the royal family. Her actions, while controversial, may very well have reshaped the future of the monarchy. As we look ahead, it's undeniable that the British monarchy stands at a critical juncture. The removal of Queen Camilla, a move that shook the royal family to its core, marks a turning point, signalling that the winds of change are sweeping through Buckingham Palace. With the power dynamics shifting beneath the surface and family tensions reaching new heights, it's becoming clear that the monarchy as we know it may not look the same in the coming decades. The royal family, once seen as a symbol of unwavering tradition and stability, now finds itself embroiled in a crisis that challenges both its public image and its internal unity. The fallout from Camilla's departure is not merely an isolated incident. It is the latest in a series of events that have exposed deep divides within the family. As old alliances fracture and new ones form, the question on everyone's mind is, what does the future hold for the British monarchy? The end of an era. One of the most pressing questions is whether the monarchy can continue to thrive in an era where public opinion is shifting rapidly. The royal family has long been a pillar of tradition, but as society evolves and becomes more progressive, many are beginning to question the relevance of this centuries-old institution. The removal of Camilla, who had spent years working to cement her position as Queen Consort, is not just a scandal. It's a symbol of how the monarchy's foundational principles are being tested by modern sensibilities. For years, Camilla was a lightning rod for criticism, and her eventual rise to queen consort was seen by some as a reflection of the monarchy's willingness to adapt. But her fall from grace shows that even the most well-established members of the royal family are not immune to scrutiny. The public's reaction to her removal could serve as a barometer for how the monarchy will navigate these evolving cultural norms. Will the British people continue to support an institution that is steeped in tradition, or will they demand a monarchy that is more reflective of contemporary values? Will William and Kate lead the change? As the monarchy faces these challenges, the responsibility of leading it into a new era falls squarely on the shoulders of Prince William and Kate. Once seen as the future faces of the royal family, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge now find themselves at the forefront of the monarchy's most difficult moment. Their actions and decisions will have lasting implications for the crown. For William, who has long been seen as the heir apparent, this is a defining moment. Will he be able to step into his role as the future king with the full backing of the royal family? His position has already been tested by the ongoing rift between him and Prince Harry, as well as the tensions surrounding his relationship with Camilla. But the true test will come when William is forced to navigate the tricky balance between preserving royal traditions and embracing the changes necessary to keep the monarchy relevant in the 21st century. Kate, too, will face intense scrutiny as she prepares to assume the role of queen consort. While she has long been admired for her grace and poise, her role in the future of the monarchy will require more than just outward appearances. Kate's ability to step into this role with authority, navigate family politics and command the respect of the public will be essential in shaping the monarchy's future. There's also the question of whether the public will accept her as queen consort after the dramatic removal of Camilla. Will they embrace Kate as the next leader of the royal family, or will lingering doubts about Camilla's removal create a sense of division? The role of Princess Anne, whose bold move in exposing Camilla's manipulative tactics was a pivotal moment in this saga, may find herself playing a more central role in the monarchy's future as well. Anne, known for her no-nonsense attitude and commitment to the royal duties, has long been seen as a steady hand within the family. Her actions in challenging Camilla's authority show that she is not afraid to take bold steps when necessary. Whether Anne will continue to serve as a voice of reason or emerge as a more influential figure in royal politics remains to be seen. But her position within the family is undoubtedly strengthened. In a monarchy that has long been dominated by men, Anne's potential rise in influence could signal a shift in how women are seen within the royal family. Will Princess Anne be the one to challenge the status quo, advocating for a more egalitarian structure? Or will she continue to be the voice of tradition, supporting the royal lineage as it is? The public's role in shaping the future. The British monarchy has always been keenly aware of its relationship with the public, and in this moment of uncertainty, that relationship will be more important than ever. As the world watches the royal family in this time of crisis, public opinion will play a key role in determining the future of the crown. The royal family has long been insulated from the pressures of the public through their carefully cultivated image of grace, duty, and stoicism. But in recent years, the monarchy has come under increasing scrutiny, especially in light of scandals involving Prince Andrew, Prince Harry, and now Camilla. With the rise of social media, public figures are no longer able to control their narrative as easily as they once did. As the monarchy is increasingly held to account for its actions, the question arises, will the British people continue to support a monarchy that is mired in internal conflict, or will they demand a new direction? The events surrounding Camilla's removal may have served as a wake-up call for the monarchy.